Hello, welcome to Magic with Melly. So, hopefully you can see the little glare there. It's like purpley and pink and yellow with some oranges in there. Lots of purple and pinks. And I think that's beautiful. Collective is using intuition. Collective is sweetening up the energy towards yourself or towards someone else. We have this Knight of Swords coming out with a Page of Cups. Someone is taking their time when it comes to communication. It's like someone is a sweet talker, but they don't want to just sweet talk anybody. I think they want to sweet talk their person. So it's like they're taking their time to make sure that they found something sweet, something worth connecting with. We have two eights. The back of the deck is Eight of Pentacles, and we have Eight of Wands. It's like it feels like nothing's moving forward, but it's because someone's preparing here. Someone's going a little slower than expected. We have Five of Swords. It's like they have to sift through things they don't really care for or need anymore. It's something like you shined a light on things that your person isn't aligned with anymore. Like you were so aligned with this person, it even showed them what wasn't aligned. They were maybe settling before they met someone or something like you and didn't realize how much they were settling until they connected with you, and it showed them how much work they have to do to get to you. Yeah, someone realized that they can't just take, receive all of your good energy. They need to have something to bring to the table too. And so they're like, how do I give to someone who's given me so much, who's changed me so much? It's almost like they want to present a new version of themselves to you. Like someone upgraded for you. Yeah, the Sun card. Someone's like, they can't wait to show you the progress that they've made in the time that you've been apart. Or they can't wait to catch you up on things since the last time you talked. I'm hearing it doesn't matter how, like, someone's at some time took an exit, and I'm hearing that however long ago that was or whatever reason it was, it might not matter. You just have to facilitate a conversation, like make the conversation happen where both parties can come to an understanding of, oh, okay, this is what I was going through, and this is what you're going through, and this is what has happened since then. This is like someone needs to share the inspiration that has come from connecting here. It's different, it's sacred, it's special. Especially if it was someone who like changed your life for the better. We have the Empress and the Lover's card. I think someone was holding back because they didn't want to lose you, but manipulating that is what caused someone to be uncomfortable, and the situation was at a loss anyway. you can't control what's already kind of occurring. I think it happened for a reason, because someone needed to learn boundaries. Someone needed to learn the difference between connections that don't really care and connections that do care. Connections that do care are going to confront you. It is going to be uncomfortable during these confrontations. But the confrontations are because they mean well. It's like a intervention, a divine intervention of some sort. Some of you aren't receiving change well, and holding space is going to be appropriate for everyone here. 6 of Swords and 3 of Pentacles. It's like finding a place where it is safe to change, where it's safe to admit when you were wrong. Because it's like if you were wrong and then you admit that you're wrong, and the other person's like, see, you were wrong, and attacks you for being wrong, it's like, what's the point of admitting that you were wrong if you're gonna have an even harder time regardless of you admitting you were wrong? Like, sometimes the hardest part is admitting that you were wrong. So the fact that someone even is admitting that they're wrong should be enough for now, and you can maybe make demands and ask for more later. But it's like, even getting someone to admit that they were wrong is a big step. Knight of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune. I think you can do a lot more with someone who's admitting that they're wrong than someone who's gonna continue to argue their point. It's like, you can both be wrong, you can both be right, you can both be wrong and right, you can be both, yeah, you could be both wrong and right. It's like, you did what was right for you, but it was wrong when it came to aligning with somebody else. They did what was right for, they did what was right by themselves, and it ended up being wrong according to what you think is right for you. It's like that alignment doesn't always have to be there. You can agree to disagree. You can agree to just understand that y'all misunderstood each other, and you can come to a new understanding and do it all differently in the future. You can't change how it was already done, but you can change how it gets done in the future. I think that's someone has a hard time with, like, the past has already happened and the future isn't here yet. It's like what you do today that makes tomorrow different. Page of Swords. I think someone's been not thinking about, like they don't have, someone needs more foresight, like maybe forward movement or even a forward perspective. Maybe someone's not thinking about tomorrow when they do things today. Because like, all versions of you matter: the past version of you, the current version of you, and the future version of you. And the past can affect the current, the future can affect the current, the future can affect the past in some way, where if you're like in the future and you're so in the future that you don't do anything, eventually you can't undo the past. It's like, it's every placement in the universe has its own unique balance, and what you do currently can influence how you like, if you heal today, your past may not feel so sad, but if you don't heal today, your past may still haunt you. Your future counts on it more than anything. But it's like the future isn't here yet. Someone, I think it's more like anxiety of like anticipating something that hasn't even happened. Like, there's a lot of things that occur in your head that don't occur in real life, and someone needs to detach. I think you may be getting like glimpses of your future or your past self warning you, and it's like you are properly warned so those things don't end up happening. Like, someone's intuition confuses them because you're not sure if it's past, present, or future concerns. And King of Wands, I think you're also freaking out your person because it's like you want a future with them, but you're applying the past on them, or you want a future with someone in your past, and like someone's needs to realign and see what's happening today, because someone you met 2 weeks ago might have met someone yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Like, so don't be too stuck on someone or something. Let yourself be updated every day. Yeah, this is definitely letting go of anything that's like not permanent or not promising. Someone has a hard time with like false promises, like going into everything with everyone as if they're gonna keep the promises that they've made. But the dating scene is very like testing potentials, and it's like some people just don't run the test. They like already felt the potential and it wasn't enough, and they turned it off and they moved on already. Like, someone knows themselves very well versus someone doesn't know themselves very well. So someone's able to move on quickly and someone's not able to move on quickly because the discovery mode is different. Someone senses that they have like a lot that they can learn from somebody, or a lot that they can like do here with somebody, and like that potential energy lingers, but like the other half already moved on, which is like, it's hard because it's like you're connecting with someone you don't know, so you don't know like why things are moving as quickly or as slowly. You just, all you know is that it's not aligned with you, and so someone's like, this message, I think it just may have you feeling better, feeling seen and heard, feeling like other people are dealing with this too and you're not the only one, and also just trusting that this is the way it goes, you know, like this is the way it goes when you connect with people that you don't know yet. You don't know if they're going to follow through. You give them that chance. Are they going to follow through? And when they don't, you test your tolerance on, okay, how many times do I allow this before I have to kick them out of my life or show them like they can't just keep doing that. You know, like someone's really getting their footing on boundaries. I'm hearing something about scheduling. You might have some scheduling hiccups coming around, and I think it's divine timing helping you find space to do what you would rather do instead, or what you should be doing instead. Whatever that may be, it's going to look very unique every day. Like, for example, today I thought my appointment was at 8 a.m. in the morning. Turns out when I looked at my calendar, it's at 12 p.m. in the afternoon. And so there's like 4 hours of space of what am I going to do with that space, because I made a scheduling hiccup, a scheduling oopsie, and those happen. You're meant to see where you're supposed to be instead. And with collective, oh, I see the Hermit card. Someone's emerging from introverted tendencies. I'm hearing like extrovert versus introvert, like someone's putting their measurements and their balance to play. Like if you're For example, some people are 80% introverted, 20% extroverted. So it's like that 20% extroverted has to come out sometime. Like, some of you are like a majority of the time a hermit, but sometimes you do need to get out, and someone's really paying attention to the type of person that they are, whether you're extroverted or introverted, and giving yourself the grace of, if you're an introvert, letting yourself stay in all the time. If you're an extrovert, letting yourself go out all the time. And finding the people that align with different parts of you. You can have a friend that is just your friend that goes to the movies with you. You can have a friend that you study with. You can have a friend that you go shopping with. You can have a friend that you travel with. So there's just all kinds of ways that alignment and misalignments can show us different things about ourselves, how to embrace life to the fullest. I'm hearing letting go is going to be a little difficult for some of the collective, like emerging into a new version of you. I'm hearing because there's going to be like people who are stuck on the same version you've always been, or the old versions of you. They're going to still think that you're that version of you, because it's like you might still look the same on the outside. You might still seem like you would choose the same things, but you're not. Like, someone needs to apply changes more obviously, or more on the forefront. If someone's keeping you stuck in an old version of you, then have boundaries. Be like, okay, that was the old me, but if you want any part of the new me, you have to let go. Because you're not, like, someone needs to just say, like, I'm having a hard time letting go because you're not letting go. Or I'm having a hard time moving forward because you're not letting go of, like, this version of me that I'm not that anymore. Or even, like, identifying that someone's holding on to an old version of you. And it could even be yourself, right? Like, you could be stuck and attached to how things have always been, to how things are, and not letting things transition to what you actually want. Like, someone's like scrolling and comparing, and then you're like getting yourself further and further away from grace and thankfulness. Okay, my alarm was going off, so it's like someone, like, comparison is the thief of joy. So it's like being on social media and thinking you have to be anyone but yourself is stealing your joy. Someone needs to just be themselves, embrace all the alignments and misalignments and the experiences, and how it's teaching you and how it's expanding you, and even depth, showing you depth. And so I'm going to leave the reading here. Thank you so much for being magical and sharing your magic with me. I'll see you next time. This was Magic with Melly. Goodbye.